The worst day of my life was the day I had to come home and tell my kids that their mom had died.
Michael Curlew found out his wife, Michelle, had cancer in December of 2013.
I was on a plane, or just about to get on a plane to go into Afghanistan. And she told me she was sick, and the Army immediately sent me home. And when I got home, right before Christmas, she was diagnosed with cancer.
We don't have a choice. Like, we weren't given an option. You know, we were given cancer.
One of her high school friends, Kristen, saw it on Facebook.
She was just somebody you would drop everything for, because that's what she would have done for you.
Kristen reached out online to offer encouragement, and they picked up their friendship again.
And then little did I know, my husband would be diagnosed with cancer.
Kristen's husband, Ryan, was diagnosed with leukemia in 2015. That took their friendship to a whole new level.
I would sit in the cafeteria at the hospital and I would message her, "Hey Michelle, when you're in ICU, do you know what's going on? Can you hear? Does he know what I'm saying? What can I do?" And I would get the patient perspective, and she would be in a hospital bed in Arizona texting me, advice.
Two spouses struggling with cancer. Two spouses struggling with caregiving.
She would say, "You really should reach out to my husband. You're both caregivers and kids and juggling everything." And I just didn't have the time.
Kristen and Michael never spoke, never met, never reached out until after their spouses had died.
Well, I reached out to him when Michelle passed away and offered my condolences, and then he did the same when Ryan passed.
They didn't reach out again for some time until some of the challenges of widowed life showed up.
Just these little things that I knew he knew what it was like to be a young widow.
They started to talk about dealing with illness, death, family, and the life that comes after.
You're carrying this stuff around with you, yet trying to just be normal.
We understand what we've both been through.
The conversations became more and more frequent. They finally met in person for the first time on a weekend in Vegas.
It's when things started to change for me, was being on that trip. And it was terrifying.
And then we took a break for about 24 hours. We broke up for 24 hours. Silly, but I couldn't not talk to her.
They both struggled with feeling guilty.
But what I learned and what I pass along to other widows, regardless of age, is there is no rule book to being a widow. And I think I felt like there was. Like, I had to let a certain amount of time pass before I could have feelings.
But it was difficult enjoying moments that they had originally planned to live with someone else. Then Michael got orders from the Army to deploy.
I was about to go to Turkey, and my youngest son didn't want me to go, and I ended up backing out of it. And my bosses, knowing what I had just went through with my wife, said, "No problem. It's not an issue. You're not going." So the first person I called was Kristen, and we both cried together.
So they decided everyone, all 5 kids, should meet at Disneyland.
We went on vacation with the kids, and I watched all the kids play together, and I just knew that she was the one. She completed everything that I had lost and gave me so much more.
They want to give hope to other people who are widowed young.
There's a higher power, and there is a life written for you, and you may not know how you're going to get to each chapter. Was it the outcome that I had prayed for? No, but that's not for me to decide, and I had to let that go.
They believe this was their path.
My past has made me the person that I am today, and I think going through what Kristen and I have gone through have made us better parents and better partners.
Everyone freely keeps Ryan's and Michelle's memories alive in this family.
I hope to bring hope that you can have happiness, and you just have to allow yourself to move forward when you're ready. And moving forward doesn't mean you're leaving anything behind.
And I have accepted my path.
It's not the path they had planned.
But it's beautiful, and it's the best love story out there. It provides so much hope that through the darkness came light, and the light is bright, and I'm so grateful.